Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to this edition of Monday Motivation. I want to share a story with you guys today. Recently, my son graduated from high school, and after his graduation, on that very next day, we took him to Myrtle Beach so that he could have time with his friends for senior week. And on that trip, I heard a story about a couple, and I'm going to share that story with you guys. But have you ever heard the phrase, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade? I heard a story about a couple that did just that, and I'm going to share with you that story and also some information about the store that I heard it in, and maybe just hearing about that might make you think about some things differently, give you some ideas, or motivate you this morning. So on the way into Myrtle Beach, there is a outlet mall, and we stopped in the outlet mall, do a little bit of shopping, went to Nike and some other stores and things like that. But while walking through the outlet mall, there was a small store, and that store, it was a co-op store, and it had a big sign outside stating that they sold elderberry syrup, is what it is, elderberry syrup. And this elderberries have like medicinal properties and things like that. So it turns out that a very large elderberry farm here in South Carolina owns that store, and the store is a co-op. It's a co-op because they don't just sell elderberry syrup and elderberry jams and things like that in the store. There are actually other people who own a portion of the store, and they have their little display in the store. So you can buy anything in the store and it's rung up at one register, but literally, and some people might call it like a consignment, but it's not consignment. It's a co-op. So the people who own those other parts of the store, they come in and they work 1 or 2 days per week, but the store will cut them their share of the profits for the stuff that's sold from their shelves, right? But while in this particular store, we were talking to the actual owner. It was a female, a lady, right? Her and her husband own this particular store. They're the ones who own the elderberry farm. And she told me a story about a couple. It turns out that during the pandemic, the lady in the couple, the wife, she's a nurse. She'd been a nurse for a very, very long time. And during the pandemic, they cut back her hours. And she was only getting enough hours at the hospital in order to pay her expenses for like her healthcare coverage. That's it. All right. So that wasn't going to be sustainable. She had to leave the job. Her husband, turns out he paints vehicles and does detailing work on vehicles. He does custom paint jobs. When the pandemic hit, it turns out that his business was affected in a huge way, and his income decreased. So in order to try to make ends meet, while he was still making a little bit of money detailing cars, she winds up starting a little something that she said she always liked these cups. You know, everybody's seen these cups where people put like letters on the cups and they customize these Yeti cups and stuff like that. So she did some research. She started customizing some cups and people liked them. So she sold a few to her friends. She sold a few to people here and there, and she was making a little bit of money. So when the husband's work, when his income started to go down because he wasn't even able to detail enough cars to make the money, he takes his talent of being able to paint cars and he starts custom airbrushing or custom painting these cups. And then she goes and she adds the vinyl and she starts decorating the cups. They were hugely successful selling these cups. Turns out that they're making so much money from selling these customizable cups that they bought an old ambulance and he custom painted the ambulance. Now they go to all of these different shows, trade shows, and car shows as well. And you know what they're doing? He custom paints the Yeti cups the drink cups, right? These metal cups, he custom paints them to match people's automobiles, to match the paint job on their automobiles, and the wife will customize it and put names and things like that on it. So life was giving these two people some serious lemons, and they were able to take those lemons and make lemonade. Now, that was motivational to me when I heard that. When the chips were down, they took what they knew how to do and what they were learning how to do, and they put those two things together. And from what I understand, just in that one store, they're selling like thousands of dollars worth of merchandise every month out of that store. So if they're going to trade shows and car shows and stuff like that, and also, personalizing things like that, and they were able to buy this old ambulance. I mean, it was just hugely like motivational to me to see that this couple was able to not just put their head down and just look for a handout. They actually continued to work, continued to grind, and put their two talents together. And now they've got a whole new successful venture that they're doing together. So we've all heard that saying that when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And these were some people that actually took that, made some really seriously good lemonade. All right. So something real short and real brief, real simple, just to tell you a story about something that I heard that motivated me. And hopefully it's something also that motivates you to hear that people are out there and they're actually getting it done, even though life is giving them lemons, making some really tasty lemonade out there. All right. So I appreciate it, everybody. Yo, the polo shirt's been doing really, really well. I'm rocking one right now with the white and the green on it. If you haven't placed your order, you just need to go ahead and do that. I'm going to be working this week to knock out some orders and get your stuff out in the mail. All right. So enjoy. It's probably a holiday for a lot of you guys since the 4th fell yesterday. Enjoy yourself today. Be safe and have a great week. I'll holler at y'all later. All right.